Hello, 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 hello there. Nemo Ashong, I love that. That's so funny to me. That's why I do it. Nemo Ashong here, founder of Enjoyment and pioneer leader of the World Joy Movement. I'm coming on here today to just express some gratitude for you. Today has been my birthday. I say yesterday and today because I just got done a call with some friends in the East Coast, and it's still my birthday there, so why not have 36 hours of it? Hello there, Ty. How are you? Great to see you. So I'm out here. I'm celebrating the birthday. Brandon, actually, in particular, you're on my mind specifically because the people that I got a chance to talk to were all people from AppNexus, people that you hired. And as I was walking out here, I'm like, I should let Brandon know. Thank you so much for bringing these people into my life because, wow, it was such an energizing conversation, and it's just great to see what happens when great people come together to do great things and how they continue to move forward. So Brandon, it's great seeing you here. I want to let you know in particular just that just by being you and the things that you've done have really just set some things in motion. I really appreciate you for that. So today I want to spend a little bit of time here just kind of going through and sharing a bit about what has come to life for me in experiencing this day of celebration, these 36 hours of enjoying the birthday. And I say enjoying the birthday for a very specific reason. The enjoying part comes because, well, quite frankly, I spent a lot of time in the world of joy. I spent a lot of time around happiness. Actually, not so much time around happiness. So that's the thing. I spent a lot of time around joy, and I spent a lot of time around power and having difficult and crucial conversations. And there was something about this experience altogether that was different from others. Thanks, Brandon. I love you too, my friend. This experience for me was actually a bit of a masterclass for me personally on the feeling of experiencing joy on a regular basis. And see, for the last 36 hours, actually longer than that, this whole weekend, it's just been an experience of an outpouring of gratitude, appreciation, surprises, and what I would just call joyful energy spent toward me. So the way I've described it to people is that I feel as though my tank on joy has been filled up. And I spend a lot of time cultivating the joy for myself. I'll come out here, I'll have the moves, and I'll talk about things like Appreciation August, which is starting out in August, 31 days of sharing appreciation to others. But this weekend was really interesting because I felt that it was an outpouring and a sharing that was coming my direction. And I want to thank every one of you who have been a part of that there. I'll start off with Nicole, my wife, who really just planned something really special for me. She took me on a virtual escape the room tour. We had VR experience and surprised me with 13 of my friends that all came out there, yelled out surprise from behind an escalator, which is really hilarious in Singapore too, and we just had this unique experience together. And then we came back together and hung out at our barbecue pit, similar to what you're seeing around here, but a different location. And what came from that there, hey Sarah, how's it going? Good to see you here. But what came from that was we had this conversation, and in the conversation that we had, at a certain point, I looked down at the table and there's a bottle of beer there, and the bottle on it has a picture of me going like this, and and it says on it World Joy Movement. Lo and behold, it's been just a few months, but apparently Trouble Brewing Company is the official beer sponsor of the World Joy Movement. Go figure, right? These are how these things line up. But just that, what I felt was that level of detail put together by by Nicole, by Danby, who had the thought, and Danby and Sean. So thank you very much for sharing more about Trouble Brewing, and also by my friend Cindy, who went and designed the graphic. Every one of them doing just their little bit there to help make it really special, to help bring a level of thoughtfulness to a night that was already special for me. And I bring all this up here because not just as a shout out to all of them, but because it also to me shows how they were able to take their levels of what makes them special, what brings them joy, their levels of thoughtfulness, their ways of showing their appreciation, and bringing it to the table in a way that, quite frankly, was unique to them. That special combination, a great reference, with graphic design, with just the will to make it come together. Like, all three of those things came together to make something just really memorable for me. I'll share with you all some pictures of of the graphic and everything that came from that. But that was, to me, that was a level of appreciation that I wouldn't have been able to bring forth on my own. And I wanted to bring this out here because, once again, it filled me up, and I'm grateful for that. But I also want to share it as these small ways that we, as we're going through and looking to say, how can we spread joy today? How can we create a movement where, given all the other things that are going on in the world, given all the conversations that we have about convincing and debating and arguing and, having to stand for something like that, how can we just take a stand for joy? And what are the small ways that we can do it? And so I wanted to, as I'm talking here, I wanted to share these experiences here because these are their ways of doing it. And I'm sure that you have your own way of being able to share that joy, being able to share your appreciation. It's funny to me because we say happy birthday. And I was thinking about this here. I was like, all right, happy birthday. And I was sending someone a message, and I was like, it has been a happy birthday. Nay, it may have even been a joyful birthday. See, these are the things that get me to smile. But then it got me to think. If you pay attention to me, you might know that I speak a lot about distinctions. This is something that my mentor, Rich Litvin, has passed down to me. But really just looking at okay, the distinction between what a happy birthday and what a joyful birthday is. I think I actually felt the joy all throughout here. This level of just because I am me, people appreciated that. The World Joy movement on a beer, that was cool in and of itself. Just to see it real and tangible in a way. But for people around me to embrace that and say, hey, Nemo, we get this about you. We get this is who you are. And we just want to let you know that we love you because of it. Not in spite of it, not even that we accept it, not even that we tolerate it, but oh my goodness, we embrace it so much that we're going to make it part of the theme of this year. That's the level of joy that I'm talking about. That place where you're celebrated and valued for the things that make you unique. And I got a chance to experience that this weekend here, which is just absolutely phenomenal. So when I think about this year, and my batteries are going to die, so I'm going to leave this. I'm going to make this one somewhat short. It's something I'm also playing around with. So one of my things is as a pioneer leader, someone who leads other pioneers, leaders that are on the edge of their wilderness. I'm trying to make this more concrete for you all. Leaders who have decided that they don't want to go with the status quo. They're not here to just build what other people have built, but they're out there creating something and leading people toward a vision that no one else has seen before, and has no real way of knowing whether or not it's going to be right or wrong, but it feels right to them. It's the path that they're on. I spend my time leading this group of pioneer leaders, and one of the major parts of it there is to be able to be seen as you are, right? Because if you're going to be leading others, you are the vision in a lot of ways. You are the representation of that vision that people are looking to follow. And so if you can't live in it fully yourself, then there's a disconnect. And I just wanted to say, I realize that the reason that I spend my time with pioneers is because I myself identify as a pioneer. The things that I'm finding out are because of the fact that I myself, I'm struggling with this at times, or that they're curious, that I'm interested in it and that I'm curious about it. So that's what keeps bringing these things up for me. And I bring out this area here as just sharing this as an important tool. As you're going through your days, this could have just been another birthday where I was like, wow, people did some really nice things. That was really great to be focused on for a bit. But I think the distinction really has come to being able to find those moments in between that make you see, okay, this is how others think of me. This is the representation of me that I thought I was hiding, that I was maybe ashamed of, that I thought I needed to scream, but no one was hearing me. And yet they're hearing me loud and clear. They're hearing me loud and clear. So I wanted to share that with you, all you pioneer leaders out there, because who you are is the vision. That's what people experience. How we create that in any moment, at any given time, is the experience. That's how we do it. Mark, it is great to see you. Mark Thompson, can I just share really quickly? I've been following you and some of the things that you've been doing on Facebook and all throughout with your business over in Harlem. And I'm proud, I'm honored, and I'm happy for you, my friend. So it's great to see you on this conversation. So I'm going to end it here. I don't want the battery to die off before I leave. But I do want to leave here with some gratitude and some thanks to all of you who have found some way to make this birthday weekend special, unique, and joyful. I also want to leave any of you out there that are looking to say, hey, I wish I could have some more joy in my life. I think one of the fastest and easiest ways to do it is to spread it and share it with someone else. So especially as we move into Appreciation August, I'm going to ask you to just spend some time doing two things. Appreciation August is about two things. One, finding out what you can appreciate, taking the time to actually appreciate it. And part of that, this is the difficult part, it's going to be receiving what people are bringing to you. All right. The other side of it is appreciate others. And if we had like an 80-20, I would say spend 80% of your time finding ways to appreciate others. And if you can do that earnestly and honestly, what you'll find there is that the things that come back to you, the things that you see in others that you appreciate, those are all going to come back as just different indicators of the things that you appreciate about yourself. That's one of the fun things about it. We're all doing various things in life here, but the things that we note about other people are typically the things that we either know about ourselves or we wish that others would recognize about us. So in spending time appreciating others, you'll find out a whole lot more about yourself, and you'll be creating world joy for you in your world right now. It's that simple and that much fun. Let's go ahead and do this here. I'm going to end with just a thank you. I'm going to thank you all very much. I feel so grateful to have you in my life. I feel so grateful for what we're going to be able to accomplish together. And I'm looking forward to sharing more with you and other pioneers and other friends and other people all throughout the movement as we really create a possibility worth pursuing. And as we create a future that's distinct from our past. You are amazing. Choose joy each and every day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.